What's up, YouTube? Scott Lett here, owner of Iron City Power Washing. This is a raw video. If I slip up, mess up, don't make sense, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep talking because there's only so many hours, minutes in the day, and I got a lot to do. But as I'm out running some errands, I want to make a quick video, and I was just thinking about something today, something that I would want to know if I was, starting a business. And I was at a job earlier today, and I meant to make a video, but the customer was in and out a good bit. She was an older lady. She was very curious about how I did things. So I just didn't get around to making any content. But I wanted to share with you guys, and I will make a video on this, is, how I clean a driveway, sidewalks. I mean, pretty much how do I do flat work at a residential property from start to finish, okay? So let's assume that the customer knows I'm on the way. I'll give a window, say I'm gonna get there between 8 and 8:30. So that gives me a window, right? I'll leave at 8, 7:45. If I'm there a little bit early, cool. If I'm there right at 8:30, fine. I like doing windows. Because if you say, hey, I'm getting there at 8 a.m., you get there a little late, then now you're late. So give yourself windows. Windows work great. So what I like to do is, the first thing I do when I get there, I make sure my hose reels are facing the driveway, facing the house. And I hook up the water, first thing, going into my tank. I don't check up on the customer. I don't do anything else. The first thing I'm doing is I'm getting water flowing into my tank, because the last thing you want to do is meet with the customer, get your high pressure hoses out, get everything you need set up, and then now you have to hook up water and wait on it. Now you're just kind of standing around. So first thing I do is I find the water source. I find the best one, and I hook up to it, and then I go knock on the door. And I say, hey, look, I'm already getting set up. Just want to make sure, you know that I'm here. Make sure you just kind of go over briefly the scope of work. Make sure you're on the same page. And just say, hey, so I want to let you know that we take cash, check, Venmo. If you write a check, you can make it out to Iron City Power Washing. But before that, I want to do a very thorough walkthrough with you to make sure that you are completely happy and to make sure that we got everything, okay? And also, if you get out here and you notice something that you want to add, feel free to add it, but it will be an additional cost. So I've made quite a few upsells that way, giving them options of, because sometimes, if y'all have already come to an agreement, they may think of something, they just kind of feel, I don't know, they kind of feel awkward talking about it or bringing it up. But if you go ahead and initiate it and say, hey, while I'm here, I don't mind doing a little bit extra work, but it will be more money. Like the job this morning, she said, are the street gutters included? I said, no, ma'am, you did not ask for that, but we're happy to do that. So she added it, and I said that'd be an extra $50. So anyways, I hook up the water. I meet with the customer. We talk for about 5-10 minutes. That gets me about, I have a 100-gallon tank, so that gets me about halfway, because I keep a little bit of water in my tank anyways from the previous jobs. I never carry a full tank, but I carry a good bit just to keep me going. So the initial water that I have, plus the 10 minutes I speak with the customer, that puts me in a good position to begin pre-treating. So down here in the South, man, driveways get dirty. There's a lot of trees. It's humid. So it's a perfect environment for mold to grow. So I idle my machine about halfway, use a 1.8 injector, and I pre-treat the concrete. And, I take my time with it. I'll probably go over it a couple times, and you may say, hey, that's a little bit much, but down here in the South, it's only going to make the surface cleaning go faster. So, because there's driveways here, guys, that look like asphalt. That's how dark they are. So this is where a lot of guys mess up. You have to let your SH do its thing. You have to allow it to work, okay? So when you pre-treat, I highly suggest if you're using an 8-gallon, 10-gallon, get a 1.8 injector. That way you can pull a little bit stronger of a mixture, put it on there, and then just let it sit. Let it sit. So as I'm letting it sit, I always have a pump sprayer on my truck. This is how we do things. And usually around the garage, things tend to be a little bit darker, dirtier. Stains are a little bit harder to get out. So I go ahead and pump spray the areas that are normally more stubborn around the perimeter of the driveway, sidewalks and whatnot. You can walk around and see the darker spots. So I go ahead and pump spray those spots. And that allows me to be productive while my SH is dwelling on the rest of the driveway. So now everything's pre-treated. The more stubborn areas that are darker are now treated with half and half. So now we're about 20 to 30 minutes in the job. Then I grab my surface cleaner, turn off my SH, and I hook up to my surface cleaner, and I mean it goes through the cleaning process a lot faster. The work looks good. I mean, there's no lines. And then I give it a good rinse. And then I turn my SH back on. I post-treat. And after I post-treat, I kind of just start cleaning things up slowly. Put up my pump sprayer. I put up my pump sprayer, my surface cleaner. Just go ahead and put up all my things. And I unhook my water with, pretty much a half a tank, full tank. Just go ahead and clean up a little bit. And then I'll walk around and just see if there's anything I need to touch up. So if there's anything I need to touch up, I usually just go back and grab my pump sprayer and just hit it real quick. But most of the time, the pre-treatment and post-treatment, with the initial half and half pump spray on the stubborn areas usually gets the job done. So, sorry, I'm getting questions on Facebook because we are selling our Isuzu NPR because we got a new 2500 truck, which was my business partner's truck. We just bought his. But anyways, after we give that a good rinse and we post-treat, I slowly clean up, and then I go and get the customer, right? Because as I've been cleaning up, everything's kind of drying a little bit, and that gives me some time to just get things kind of put back in order before I get the customer. She comes out and we walk around. Everything looks good. There's a retaining wall now that we didn't talk about. And I said, hey, if you want me to, I can hit that retaining wall for you for an extra $25. Because they usually forget the things that, will make everything look good. So, a lot of times we'll make a little bit extra money off retaining walls, the street gutters, which I always mention that initially, but for some reason, people opt out of it. But then once we clean it, I bring it up again, and then once they see how clean everything else is, they'll opt back in and pay the extra, the extra money. So, that's usually how I do it. Pretty straightforward. I use a 31-inch Mini Mondo and also have a 20-inch BE surface cleaner, and I usually like to stage the 31-inch on the driveway, and then I will stage my BE on the sidewalk. So that way I can just ball valve, quick connect off, and then just connect to the sidewalks. I just like cleaning sidewalks with the 20-inch, a little bit easier that way. And so, but yeah, that's pretty much my process, guys. And don't hate on pump spraying. Having a half and half mixture of SH on your truck for the more stubborn areas, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? I've had times where I've had to hit some spots with straight because there's some red mold down here in the south that you have to use straight on. But anyways, guys, wanted to hop on here and make this quick video. Hope you guys are staying busy. And then I was going to add my number on here, 205-732-2012. If you ever just want to text me, you get in a bind, you get in a pinch, you have just some simple questions, just text me. And I usually can't respond during the day, but at night, usually my wife goes to bed kind of early, my kids do, so I have some time to answer some questions. You can email me at slett0428@gmail.com. Shoot me some questions. I'll be happy to answer them. And if you ever want to get on a call, I'll be happy to do that. I do charge for calls because those, take a good chunk of my time. I'll be happy to get on a call with you guys. $50 a call. But look, I'm not trying to sell you guys a course or anything, but if I'm going to take 30 to 45 minutes out of my day to talk to you, I want to get paid for the knowledge I'm sharing, right? So, but this is free. So, anyways, talk to you guys soon. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Scott Lett, Iron City Power Washing.